Alright, what's going on, guys? I think everything is back to normal now with the weather situation. I just hope that they can learn from this situation and make some changes so that if it happens again in the future, which it probably will, it won't be so bad for everyone. But I don't know, maybe that's too much to ask for. So anyways, the video for today, you guys might have seen this clip already. It was going viral on Twitter yesterday. If you saw like SportsCenter or anything like that, you probably already saw this clip. So it was Cam Newton going back and forth with some kid at his football camp, and it definitely sparked a lot of discussion. A lot of athletes were quoting it on Twitter and giving their opinion on it, and from what I was reading, I would say like the general consensus on it was probably like 70% in favor of Cam, 30% against him, which I didn't really understand that point of view, so I wanted to talk to you guys about it, see what you guys think. So we're going to watch the clip now, but real quick, I just want to say it's important to note that this whole thing, this whole situation is taking place at Cam Newton's football camp. Like, this is his camp that he invited all these kids to participate and stuff. I think that's a very important detail for the situation that really changes like the whole dynamic of everything. So keeping that in mind, let's go ahead and take a look at the clip.
You asked. You're a free agent. You're a free agent. I'm rich. You're a free agent. You about to be poor. I'm rich. You about to be poor. I'm rich. You about to be poor. I'm rich. You're a free agent. I'm rich. You're a free agent. I'm rich. He's a free agent. Where's your daddy at? Let me talk to your dad. Let me talk to your dad. Where's your dad? You're a free agent. Where's your dad? You're a free agent. You're a free agent. You asked. Talk to. Let me. Where's your dad? Where's your pop? Where's your dad?
Alright, so first off, let me start off with this. I thought Cam handled the situation fairly well because I promise you that's not what I would have said. That was a pretty mild response for someone being that disrespectful. And this is where the context is important, right? You're literally at this guy's camp. You can't show up to someone's camp and then talk shit to that person. Like, that's not how that works, man. Like, even if he actually was like terrible, let's just say he was Nathan Peterman level, right? You still took the time out of your day to show up to his camp. So you're not in a position to really say anything. And on top of that, like, yeah, Cam is not Tom Brady, he's not Aaron Rodgers, he's not Mahomes, whatever. Shit, he's not even what Cam used to be back in the day, right? But he's still better than anyone at the camp, you know what I mean? I'd say the chances of anyone who attended this camp winning a Heisman and then winning an MVP in the NFL is probably about 0%. So like I was saying in the beginning, I do think the majority of people understood the context here and understood that this kid obviously was being disrespectful. This just isn't the place for that, you know what I mean? If you were at a game, okay, like, let's just say this kid was like a Jets fan. That's unfortunate, of course. But, you know, let's say the Jets were playing the Patriots, right? You want to say some shit to Cam during the game? Okay, cool. That makes sense. That's the right environment for that type of behavior. But this just ain't it, man. So anyways, for whatever reason, I'm sure a variety of reasons, some people were not very happy with the way Cam handled the situation. I'm not a Cam Newton fan by any means, but that doesn't affect the way that I look at a situation, you know what I mean? So I think a few of the talking points that people were bringing up were, number one, that the typical like, oh, you should have just ignored the kid, you know, he's obviously looking for attention, blah, 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 whatever. Yeah, that's a lot easier said than done, right? You're on Twitter looking at a video of a situation, breaking it down, talking about, you know, who should have done what, all that stuff. But I bet in person, if someone was talking to you like that, you'd probably have a hard time ignoring the situation. You know what I mean? It just doesn't work like that. And personally, I don't think you have to ignore the situation. I think it's perfectly acceptable to respond. Honestly, I encourage a response in this situation because clearly nobody taught this kid any respect. He needs a reality check sooner rather than later. He's lucky that Cam was the one in this situation, because if you go around talking to people like this on a daily basis, one day you are going to say something to the wrong person and it's not going to be a video like this. So it's better to fix the behavior now than let it go unchecked. And then the second thing I saw people getting upset about, this one might be even more stupid, right? I saw people getting upset with not the fact that he responded, but the way he responded. So if we think back to what he said, he basically only said two things. He said, number one, I'm rich, and number two, where are your parents, right? So people were actually getting very upset that he said he was rich. I'm just not seeing what the issue is. Number one, that's just a fact. He is rich. But number two, more importantly, it's actually relevant to the discussion, right? Let's not forget, the kid said, you're trash, you're a free agent, blah, blah, blah. So Cam responded, I'm rich, meaning that it doesn't matter if he's a free agent because he's already rich. You know what I mean? He doesn't need a new contract. He could never play football again. His life is already set. So that was the purpose of the response. It actually makes sense given the situation, but people were still getting upset about it, which I don't understand. It's not like he went up to a homeless guy on the street and said, haha, look at you, you fucking bum. I'm rich, you're not. You know what I mean? Like, that's not the situation. So I just don't really understand, what the big deal is. At the end of the day, the way I look at it, I think everybody is on an equal playing field, man. There's like this weird set of standards that a lot of society will hold celebrities and athletes and other important figures or whatever to. I just don't get that, man. It's like, oh, because you're Cam Newton and this is just some random kid, you're supposed to just sit there and get disrespected as if it's not an issue. Like, I just can't agree with that, man. It's not like the kid's 9 years old, like it's legitimately like a little ass kid. That would make sense. This kid's like 16, 17 years old, whatever. He knows what he's doing. He's not stupid. He sees what he's doing. He's not a victim in this situation. I really think it's better off that he went through a situation like this than to continue life acting like this, and then one day he ends up saying something to the wrong person, because it wouldn't end this way. So I think honestly it ended up working out okay for him. He got the attention he wanted. Like, they were clowning him on Twitter, so I'm sure he read all that. He was probably not prepared for that. That shit can get kind of wild sometimes. A lot of people don't know how it feels to have like hundreds, if not like thousands of people like attacking you at once. Like, that shit can get kind of overwhelming. So anyways, that's my 2 cents on the situation. Y'all let me know what you think down below. I think the situation was just overblown, man. It's really not that serious at the end of the day. So anyways, thank you guys so much for watching. Be sure to leave a like rating if you enjoyed. Subscribe if you're not already. Follow me on Twitter. Links in the description down below. Check out my last video if you missed it. It was about this Twitch streamer who apparently caught a tier 3 sub lurking in her window on stream. And no, I am not trolling. So check that out if you missed it. Other than that, have a good day and peace out.